Let's begin. It's the win. Listen, laugh, and learn and understand. Hope, believe that you can. It's the Women's Information Network. It's the win.
Welcome to the Win Show. We are so glad you joined us. I'm Paula Fellingham, CEO of the Women's Information Network, thewinonline.com. We're the online home for all women, all ages, a community of women helping women. Our hosts are Heather Anderson. She's a runner-up for Miss USA. Laura Lee Christensen is the Executive Vice President of the WIN. And Kim Coles is an actress, a comedian, and a speaker. Our guest today is the wonderful DC Cordova. She's the CEO of Accelerated Business Schools and Money and You. It's a global organization that has over 70,000 graduates. She has a special gift for bringing together social entrepreneurs from around the world. Her purpose is to uplift humanity's consciousness through business. DC is an ambassador of new education because of her tireless pursuit to transform educational systems around the world and to eradicate poverty and hunger. DC is referred to as the mentor of nurturing because of her compassionate work with high-level entrepreneurs and business leaders. She's also the founding member of the Transformational Leadership Council. We are so honored to have you.
Thank you.
Impressive.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
I started when I was 5.
Because you're only 35 now,
yes,
right?
Yeah, absolutely, and holding. Yes, thank you for being with us.
DC, you are such a pioneer in entrepreneurial and transformational programs, and I know you work with left-right brain technology. Tell us, what are 3 of the most important things that entrepreneurs need to master?
What everyone really needs to know is how to do sales and marketing, people and organization, and money and finances.
Oh.
If you know those 3 areas in entrepreneurship, or you surround yourself with masters that know how to do that, your chances of success are almost 100%.
Wow.
That is absolutely
Yes.
So would you say those 3 again? Just
Sales and marketing, people and organization, money and finances.
And I was honored to go to your Money and You conference just about a month ago. It was transformational. It was absolutely life-changing. I loved every minute.
Thank you. Well, the Money and You is based on using left and right brain teaching techniques. And what we do is we put people on games for 3.5 days. And then what happens is that people forget that they're actually playing a game. And so their subconscious begins to bring up patterns of thinking and things that they really need to change. And you can only change yourself. Have you ever tried to change anybody?
no, you've never.
I've tried to change
every boyfriend I've ever
had. It doesn't
And your
work.
children.
And I've heard that they're fun. They're fun and you're learning and you don't know that you're learning. I have to attend one too because it helps you understand your relationship to money, how to make more of it, keep more of it.
Yes, and also to clear blocks that we created when we were very young. One of our mentors is a gentleman by the name of Buckminster Fuller. And what Buckminster Fuller said that basically we were all born geniuses. And then what happens is that all these different patterns of thinking that we pick up in schools and from our families, and sometimes they're a little bit limiting. Sometimes they're not, but sometimes they are. So what we do is we find those blocks and people find in themselves and then they remove them and they can go to their next level of success.
I love this. DC's going to make us all geniuses.
You are already geniuses.
I'm already a genius.
You are all genius. And actually that is a very serious comment because every child, all of us were born geniuses. And then what happens is that we begin to have all these different experiences and we make decisions about ourselves. And we really feel that even the big guys that are out there and women creating change in education, you really need to put people through a transformational experience in order for them to remove those blocks and to be able to go through that process in order for them to allow themselves to be being successful. Everyone is already successful. They just need to discover it.
Oh, I love that. Tell us just a little bit. Oh, were you going to ask a question? We're so anxious.
No, I know that for most women entrepreneurs, and there are a lot of them, more women than men are entrepreneurs, most of us would be real happy if we could just sort of master the United States. But you really take people to the next level.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, and why are you expanding and pushing people into the global?
Actually, I was taken there. I started doing global work in 1985, and that was a long, long time ago.
When you were 7.
When I was 7, and it was purely by the grace of the Great Spirit. I really believe that when you find your purpose, and this is why my purpose is to uplift humanity's consciousness through business. And what happens is that when you find your purpose, you almost move at the speed of grace. All of a sudden, all these things begin to occur. And I was taken overseas, so I started working in 1985 in Australia and New Zealand, and then we were invited to Hong Kong, and then to Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China. Wow. And basically what we have in other countries is that American entrepreneurship is really loved, it's really desired. There are 5 major things that we're known for around the world. Probably our best is our entrepreneurship, our spirit of entrepreneurship. So we kept being asked to go there and be there, and I found out how many things that were there that were not here, and here that were not there. And then I found out how all the large companies, all the big conglomerates are already global. And so it's a little bit of not quite the truth when we just think American, because many of the things made here, the different parts were made overseas. They get put together here. But I really want to encourage particularly women to start thinking being a global entrepreneur. And let me give you just a quick examples. India, for instance, has 400 million middle class that speak English that have expendable income. 400 million, ladies and gentlemen. Those are people that want your products and your services. So if you're not really doing well in the United States, you may want to start looking at those markets. And of course, I'm so excited that I did a show on my own with you all on being a global entrepreneur that I really want to encourage everyone to go and see, because it will teach you all these different distinctions.
So you'll teach us how to go over to India and sell our products.
How to open up world markets, not only
incredible.
India. I mean, you have just in the Asia Pacific region, which is where I do most of my business, you have over 3 billion people, and many of them speak English.
And you're going to help take the win. to
Absolutely.
Asia.
I've already been on the phone.
Oh, yes.
Well, why do you feel that women have an advantage as business people today?
Oh, it's our time, girls. It's
Yes,
our
it is
time.
our
It's our time. What's happening is that basically, women, all the internet has really helped. What has happened is that now we have an opportunity to be behind anywhere where people cannot have judgments about us. So, you know, and you really need to have role models, and that's what we teach our business success model. In our business success model, we teach that you really should find a mentor or a master that can teach you. So the win is all about having all these beautiful mentors and masters that will teach you all these things. Then you create a niche, and from there you really have to have a leverage with that niche, and then you have an aligned team. We're a team, right?
We are a team.
We're a team. We have a whole team of people that's going to be working with each other. And then what you do is then from there you create synergy and you create results. That's another talk that I do on the business success model. And it's really important for women to know now that it is our time. It is now the 21st century, and there are so many things that used to be a block for us that are no longer there. So it's awesome time for you to become an entrepreneur, for you to be part of an entrepreneurial team, because sometimes people are a little bit shy, they're not full on, you know, out there. So just be willing to be part of an entrepreneurial team, and you will have an awesome time in business and become very wealthy. So you can really create those foundations, create those businesses, and go get them. And let's change the world, and let's get rid of all that hunger. You know, 25,000 people a day still leave this world. We have an abundance, so let's move everyone from thinking from scarcity to thinking into sufficiency to abundance, and let's live in a world where we can have all we want and also have people who can go to sleep, have beautiful little homes, whatever they want, but feed their children and have this world be taken care of.
Oh,
I love
you
your
are such a
vision.
blessing, and this is her goal.
It is.
To eradicate poverty and hunger. That's about as big as you can possibly think, isn't that true?
Well, no need to have it. We don't need to have it anymore. Maybe we did 50 years ago, 100 years ago,
not
but
anymore.
not anymore, and that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
Wow.
We have
Okay.
loved being with you. You are a treasure.
inspiration.
An
Thank
inspiration,
you.
absolutely. Thank you so much, DC.
You're welcome.
We love you.
I love being here. And go get them, girls.
I love it. And we welcome you to visit thewinonline.com and tell all your girlfriends we're the online home for all women, all ages. And we invite each one of you to live joyfully with passion and purpose. Now have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.
It's the Women's Information Network.